Good afternoon, everyone. It's Monday, the 20th of July. I don't know why I always pause there because I have only just checked, but sometimes what I plan to say and what I actually say are not always the same thing. So, good afternoon. This is your third movement snack to add to your benefits bag. If you've been with us now for 18 weeks, your benefits bag is overfloweth with benefits. It's notoriously one for the catcher-uppers this 4 p.m. because of now, of course, we're no longer locked down. We're all out doing stuff. So I need to say hello, catcher-uppers. Welcome to the after party. Hope you enjoy the after party, and thank you for those that have checked in to tell me they're not going to make it, but they'll catch up later. I'm hoping my comments are working. I often have an internet Wi-Fi gremlin, so if you could send me a message, comment, just to let me know that they're working, that'd be great. If not, I'll just talk to myself and hope that someone's listening. I can see 2 people have arrived. Who are you? If you'd rather stay anonymous, that's okay. But if you feel like it, do say hello and tell us where in the world you are. Always helps us, always helps me certainly to know that I'm talking to someone. Thank you, Wendy. Wendy sent me a message to say she's toasty in Shrewsbury. I guess that means it's warm. Warm for you in Shrewsbury. Have you been up the Wrekin, Wendy? I've got a story about the Wrekin, but it's very long and very old and yeah, irrelevant really. Super G's in. Good afternoon, Super G. Welcome to the live movement snackers. What I mean by that is the live broadcast, of course. So we've said hello to the catcher-uppers, and now who would like to join us live? George is telling us that he's been catching up with the Movement Snack Olympics, which has been Dave's theme today. Okay, I've got Fiona Nulua. Oh, help me out. How do I say that phonetically? From Belfast. Oh dear, I'm looking and wondering. And the more times I try, probably the worse it's going to get. Anyway, thank you for joining. And if you can give me a clue to help me pronounce that, I'd be really happy. I certainly haven't recognised that name before, so that's someone new from Belfast. So welcome and thanks for commenting. Deb Lawrence is commenting to say, I'm hokey cokey style, half in and half out, watching and working. Are you in, out, shaking it all about? I've got a joke about the hokey cokey, but I'm still deciding whether that's relevant either. But thanks for the hokey cokey style analogy. I like that, Deb. If you are new and wondering what on earth is going on, this is the preamble. Fanula. Thank you, Fanula. And sincere apologies for getting your name wrong. If you are wondering what's going on, it's the... Thank you, George, also. It's the preamble. So in about 2 and a bit minutes, we'll get going with the movement snack. This is the broadcast, where we welcome, for example, Carol Watson. Hello, Carol, seasoned movement snacker. Good afternoon. Who else, please? Anyone else? This is the movement snack where we change focus again from the morning and from the noon. We do our usual circulation boost that preempts every single movement snack. Hello, Vivian. Bolton's in. Sorting the spare bedroom. Oh, terrible task. We're going to do a bit of 3-dimensional movement and then our usual suite of stretches. Good afternoon, Maddie. Dagenham has arrived. I think I've got a couple of minutes left to go. So for this movement snack, as all of them are, there will be seated and standing options and prompts. So please decide which is the best posture for you to be in, sit or stand. And you may want to have a look at what's going on first before you make that decision. Hello, Bristol. Francis is in, where it's still warm and sunny. Warm weather going on everywhere. So at the end of the day, obviously our body systems have been very active doing stuff. So it's the real perfect opportunity to use the stretching activities and movements at the end of the day while your body's been active and warm. Muscles respond much better if the muscles are warm. Trevor's in, snacking with my favourite, just stop mowing. Trevor's got lots of lawns, so you've probably come in for this one for a bit of a relax and ease down, Trevor, I think. George is explaining why he pronounced Vanula, because he's worked with someone of the same name. Gillian, Jay of the Put Out Posse, has had a haircut today. Congratulations, Haircut Monday. Nice one, Jay of the PTP, which brings that preamble to a close, and we're going to launch into the movement snack. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1. Good afternoon. My name is Bex Townley from Later Life Training. This is week 18. If you've been with us from the start, if you haven't, it doesn't matter. It's never too late to join. We're going to get going with some sway and stretch today. Have a look at the movement, as I've just said. Decide sit or stand options. Select the best possible posture for you, depending on the movement, because it will change. We start every movement snack with a circulation boost. So here's the vitals with regards to external support for the standing options. Make sure you have a support close to you and about hip height. This is about right for me today. It's close and it's hip height. In addition to this level of support, here I have a solid wall as well. So I've got plenty of options, and I also have a wall behind me here. So have a think how you're going to be for the circ boost. Standing prompts are these. Close to support if you should need. Check you've got a gap between your feet. This will better support a balanced and stable position. Lift and lengthen out the centre. More activity through the centre here. This is the centre of our support universe. Lift and open the shoulders and start the march. The march is a weight transfer. This is significant because in doing this march and feeling weight transfer from one leg to the other, this is exactly the type of activity walking is. It transfers the weight from one leg to the other, but of course it moves forward. So this circ boost just serves to do that, to boost the circulation and to prepare ankles, feet and toes for the standing activities to come. So it's a general system kind of turn up, a little bit of raise in heart rate, and as we progress through this circulation booster, you can start to integrate and join in other moving parts. So the movement from the shoulder here, alternating the arms like so. Just continue with that, just feel that. It should be steady, it should be rhythmical, it's your pace. Regardless of what I'm doing, the knees are low, and feel steady and comfortable in that, and that you're in control. Here's the seated prompts. From sit position, lengthen away from the back of the chair, use the arms if you would want. Hip walk forward. If lower limb is on your radar, that can help with that, or it may just be that you sit taller away from the back of the chair. If you can, take a hip walk forward. From here, lift and lengthen, and the circ boost can start from the top down, alternating the arms, the movements from the shoulder, bend at the arm here. This allows more range, more movement forwards and back, all whilst remaining as long and lifted as you can through the centre here. Rhythmical, steady, comfortable for you, trying to bring in both arms. If coordination may be challenging, just joining, linking the fingers together may support with that. And there's some lower limb options also. We can go into the steady march, driven by the ankles, feet and toes, always. Have a glance down, peel off the toes, bring in arms, single or both. Other options down there, ankle, feet and toe end, is alternating toes or feet come back, alternating heels. And any combination of that, this rhythmical, steady and stable movement serves to just enable us to take a few deeper breaths. That's what the circulation boost is designed to do. So we should feel active, bit more ready, bit more boosted through the circulatory system. And now we're going to take a couple of minutes of our sway routine today. So it's my first Monday on this shift, so we're going to start and progress this sequence over the course of this week. And in the movement snack prompt, I talked about bringing a virtual sphere or a virtual ball-shaped object. And I've called this sequence, The World is in Your Hands. So we're going to start by building our sphere. You're going to need 2 hands for this, so you may decide to take this as a seated option, like so. Lift and tall, so still be active, it's as important and as significant. You may decide to just rest your hips on some support here, or you may feel confident to be freestanding. It involves both hands, you decide. Set up the support system from the bottom up, so we should feel steady and even across feet if in stand. Lengthen and lift. Remember the bucket analogy from yesterday. So really lengthen and lift. I'm not going to repeat the bucket analogy, but we're not tilting forwards, we're not tilting back. Really strong, shoulders open and down. And that's exactly the same here in sit. Okay, with your hands, coming to this position here, as if you're holding a small ball. Now just before we start, lift and open shoulders, and imagine you've got 2 little airbags under your armpits to further lift and open and draw those shoulder blades together. Okay. Now I'm going to talk you through this. Have a look at what I'm doing, but then hopefully have a look at your own hands. So there's some hand-eye coordination here. So don't feel you have to keep looking at me. All right, place your hands around the sphere and consider this east to west markers. And make the hands active but relaxed. So it's almost as if your hands follow the contours of that sphere. All again driven by this upper posture position, steady and stable through the feet. Now literally, can you get your hands to feel that fixed shape? And then you're going to move from the east to west to the north and south here. And the ball should feel, imaginarily, the same size as it was. Go back to east to west. So imagine you have oil on the hands on this ball, so it's really easy for you to slide around. And can you see, as I slide from the east-west to north-south, I have this additional activity through shoulders and elbows. Wrists, fingers, hands are really active around this. Can you feel? Can you see? Now have a look at your hands, not mine, and really try to create and feel all of the movements happening. And don't forget to bring north and south, the other hand comes on top. The size of the ball remains the same. Now just take a pause, release the hands, take a little bit of cert boost, just a little bit of foot pedal, release, put in some shoulder rolls. We're building this week. Just want to add one more thing, let's give it a go, set it up again. So posture, base of support, balance, lengthen, same in sit, be really high on the sit bones. Now just are you aware that whilst you were concentrating on the shape of that sphere, what actually happened to your supporting parts in all of that? And you may find that you started to slump, that something else started to happen because your focus was somewhere else. This is everything that these 3-dimensional movements are about. Focusing on our supporting parts and the moving parts. Let's sit it up again. Stand or sit tall, lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. Really strong, open and down. Put some airbags just under your armpits and come to that east to west position around your globe, around your sphere. And then feel your way. Don't worry about my pace. Find your pace, please. From east to west and north to south. And can you feel the shifts in the elbows and the wrists and the fingers? Now bring your north to south so that your right hand is on top. Right hand is on top. Stay tall. And now you're going to drift your globe up to the opposite shoulder. And then come back to the centre and centre comes back to east to west. Let's try that again. So right hand comes up to the north position and then it drifts up to the opposite shoulder left. As it comes back to your centre, the ball comes back to the east-west. Let's try the other hand. So now we're going to slide around the globe so that your left hand is in the north position and then it's going to drift up to the opposite shoulder here. As it comes back to the centre, we shift round to the east-west and take a pause. Okay, relax and switch off. I'm going to leave it there with the building the sphere. We're going to build it on tomorrow, okay? So this is just feeling your sphere, hands, wrists and fingers, moving from east to west, drifting to north to south, and then bringing it up to the opposite shoulder. That's all we're thinking about in this one. So if you want to go around again and have a go at that, do that. For now, we're going to move on to the stretch routine. So let's just take a big lift and open through the shoulders, add a little bit more arm action, bit of a stand boost here, hand on the side if you want to, change the other. And we're going to move into our chest stretch position. So sit or stand, lift and lengthen, open up, and then just close to begin with. So take a light hug position, open and close. And on the next one, we're going to take the fix. So hands come to pockets, as if in back pockets, and then lift and open for the stretch. This is the stretch position. It can work with external support in a single hand here, or you may want to put your buttocks on the side here. I'm just going out of shot there, as you can see. In seated, it's the same. Slide the hands back and around. And if you can, look to hold this chest stretch position and slowly out. So it's a lift and an open, an 8 to 12 second count if you can. And we're really trying to extend and open all of these muscles here that help posture, breathing, lift, grab activities, shall we say. Having worked a little bit more on the posture support and that open chest position, let's move into some shoulder stretches. I've come closer to the camera so you can see. All the support options in place, sit or stand, exactly the same. High on the buttocks if you're in the chair, equal weight across the feet if you're stood. And we're going to bring one hand towards the shoulder like so, and then walk the fingertips over. I can bring the other hand in to support if that's going to help. And at the point that you start to feel some stretch tension, that's the whole position. And just check here that the head is level, that the neck isn't in any strange positions. Here we're looking to hold and allow this muscle, if you like, to adjust to this new length. This one directly relates to all of our movements around head. Any extensions above head, for example, get into the back of the neck, that type of thing. Let's do the other side, fingertips in, walk over. Ease at ease. Now you may feel that one side has more movement than the other. That's quite usual, so just clock that if you like, just kind of plant that seed, be aware of that. Hold this position, maintain your normal breathing. You may feel after a while you could ease a little bit more out of that, see how you go. And then release this down. Add some extra rolls in there if you would like. We're going to progress the shoulder theme. That was the back of the arm that's going to help with shoulder range and reaches. Let's now bring that to bring in the side of the trunk. So again, anything above head, could even be lying on the floor, getting out of the bath, all that type of thing. So we go through the stretch position we've just done, ease it up, but this time if you feel you can, go for a reach. And the reach is slightly forward of the head, but it's only for a few seconds, that one. And then ease it out. But there's an extra little shift on this one that can really enhance this, make this even more effective. So if we come to here, go through that position, reaching forwards to here, and then an extra reach. So you are going to shift that shoulder up so you get the extension down the centre. If shoulders aren't happy in those higher ranges, the other option could be to come to here, keep the shoulders low here, and then when you get to here, then take the stretch and down. Alternatively, you can take the reach forward here. you'll get a little bit more upper back stretch there as well. So just pick the version that's right for you. Move slowly in and out of these stretch positions. Okay, let's just put in, please, a little bit of set boost. Don't speed up the pace, but do think about increasing the range of movement of the ankles, feet and toes. So really peel those heels off. If you're in a seated option and ankles, feet and toes isn't something you're looking to improve, I would go for the lift and shift, the hip walking. So we're focusing, or just the lift and shift and seated here, or you may want to go through those top trio stretches again. Now we're going to move down to two lower limb stretches, back of thigh and the calf. So I'm going to do back of thigh first. If you're familiar with this one in standing, of course do that. I'm just going to go through the seated option today. So feeling for the chair and back to the legs, slowly down to sit. And for this one in seated, we definitely do need to come forward. I talked about a bucket analogy in yesterday's noonday snack, and this is really where we need to get this bucket right, so we're not losing any water out the back or out the front of the bucket, that everything is level, lifted out here, so that when we extend the leg, like so, relax the foot, little bend in the knee, lift and lengthen, the back is straight. But of course now we're going to take the hinge, hinge. The back is straight, and as we bring that hinge in, we'll start to feel the sensation of stretch, a sensational stretch on the back of the thigh. Hold the position where you feel it's comfortable, but you're on tension. If your muscle starts to shake or tremble, you've gone a bit too far, you can offer some support here with hand on the bent leg. Do make sure this other heel is in the floor. Maintain normal breathing, and after a while you may feel that you can hinge a little bit more. The chest is high, can you see? And hopefully, as you can feel and see, this is all the benefits of getting down to lower levels: ankles, feet, toes, shoes, socks, picking up objects, stride length, all benefit from this stretch position. After a time of anything between 12 and 20 seconds, ease back, step in, and release. A little bit of stand, a little bit of release, reset the posture, and then we do the same on the other leg. So the other leg comes out. I'm going to remain on this leg so that you can see. This hip position is really critical. If we haven't got this bit right, you're not going to get the best possible sensation of stretch here in the thigh. So here's the key prompts again. Lift and lengthen here. Relax the foot. Unlock the knee, breathe and ease slowly. So you're in control of this movement, and it might take you a while to get your bucket in the right position so that you can start to feel this stretch. Slowly release out. So we're looking to build this in duration over time, 20 seconds, maybe 30 seconds, or just break them down into little bite-sized pieces. 10 seconds if you can tolerate, come out, have a release and go in again. So here we are on our third one. It's the calf muscle here. I'll show the standing options first and then the seated prompts. Critical one also for stride length. So as you can see, these are for all the muscles on the rear side of the leg. So they all work together for confident stride length, steps, stairs, etc. So having done quite a bit of circ boost, we've got ankles and feet ready. So have a look here. Here's the support. My feet are parallel. I'm going to take a small step back, planting the toe first, and then controlling that heel down into a flat position. Checking that toes are forward, lift and lengthen, and I might want to take a little bit of bend on this forward leg here, but my body is still upright. I've got no weight through the arms here, just support. If you can't feel the stretch in the lower leg, you could probably take a little bit more stride. So you peel the heel off slowly, step back a little bit further and go again. Now you also feel here this feeling of stretch down the hip. So if you lengthen up taller and just take a little squeeze into that buttock, a little press forward, you'll start to feel more stretch here, and if you want to, you can add in a triple whammy here. So now you've got a stretch all the way down this side. If you would like, step in and release. Same on the other leg, place the foot back. So can you feel you can control that stride length and therefore the intensity, if you like, of that stretch. If your balance is compromised, even with external support, here's the seated option for the calf stretch. Hip walk forward, lengthen, or if you feel squeezed and pressured in the middle here, sort that out first. There's the strong center support position. And we're going to take the leg out in that same straight position that we did for the back of the thigh, but this time posture remains here. Have a glance at the toe, soften the knee a little bit, but now we're going to draw the toe back, literally draw the toe back as if it's coming back towards the shin, and press the heel forwards. Gradually do that, so ease into these positions. There's the hold if you can. You'll also feel effort on the front of the shin because that muscle's working to pull those toes back. Ease it slowly, step in. Same on the other leg. So we take the leg out, relax the knee, lift and lengthen, and literally lasso the toe, squeeze it towards you, press the heel back. You should feel the stretch down in the lower leg, in the back of the calf. This directly relates to our walking and our stride length. You may feel that you can't sustain, you can't hold that for too long. That's okay, have a switch off, take a pause, bring the foot in, have a breath, and set it up again. Okay, go around again, have another look, have another go. Build up the duration in these stretch positions over time. Let's finish with a hug stretch, so bring across, reach over, squeeze, so you can have a little bit of a round, squeeze open the shoulder blades here, keep the head lifted though, there and there. And homework for tomorrow, just rehearse your positions moving from east to west, north to south, and drifting over the diagonals of the trunk, and we'll build on that sequence tomorrow. Okay, that's it. That's your third movement snack in the bag. Well in excess of 45 minutes probably today of additional moving minutes. Hope you enjoyed it. We're back tomorrow. Kels at 8, Dave at noon, me at 4 p.m. Enjoy the catch up if you're going to catch up. If not, see you tomorrow. Bye for now.